Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about Enigma, the newest stand in the game known as A Bizarre World Rewritten. The link will be in the description, unless I forget, like the last time I said this. Anyways, let's get into the showcase. The first thing you need to know about Enigma is that its main ability revolves around fear. To get a fear bar over your opponent, you first need to use one of two moves. The first is turning yourself into a paper plane. Landing next to your opponent will get the bar over their head. The second way to generate a fear bar is by using your Y key. You rip open some paper and a bowl smashes on the ground. This also generates the fear bar, and does no damage. Also, you cannot generate a fear bar on other Enigma users. Your first damaging move are obviously your clicks. One hit does 5 damage, the second is 5.5, and the last is 10. For some reasons, these have a really unreliable hitbox. Your next move is a flamethrower. You pull out paper, and fire comes out of it. This has a short range, and sometimes doesn't even work half of time after it's been pulled out. This does 2 damage per around 3 frames while the flamethrower is active, and 1 damage around 5 frames during passive flame damage. Do note that even if you miss this, if you're close enough to the opponent on activation, it still generates fear. Your R move is a close range, poison move. You smack paper onto someone's face, dealing 6.5 damage for a second, and doing 1 damage for around 4 seconds. Your T move is a projectile move. You pull out a pistol, and shoot. This aims where you're facing. After you shoot, you throw the gun, dealing 10 damage. This move can also be used during your Z move, which is your paper plane. Your F move summons a van. I don't know how much damage this does, since it moves too fast. Do note that you can hit yourself with it, and it causes a blurry red effect once it hits, so be cautious. It only goes one way, from what I know, and it only goes the way you face. Your B move is a projectile. Despite being a projectile however, it has around the same range as your flamethrower. When someone touches the paper, Enigma captures them and blends them up into the shredder. Once someone's fear bar is filled up, you're able to press Q to capture the opponent into paper. The people captured are listed on the left side of your screen, and don't last for too long. You unlock 2 moves while someone is captured in paper. The first move is H, which rips up the paper, dealing 60 damage and throwing them out of the paper. Your second move stomps the paper. I'm not sure how much damage this does, or if it even does any damage at all, since it doesn't show. Before we jump into what I think about this stand, let me show the skins. Okay, so now that we're done with skins, what do I think about this stand? I think this stand is really garbage. Maybe it's because I don't know how to play it, or maybe because it's day 1. But I think it might be the worst stand in the game. Why do I say this? Well, let's look at each move one at a time. First off, your main ability, which is turning your opponents into paper with fear, doesn't even work against other Enigma users. Since when did Enigma users just become immune to fear? It literally says in the JoJo wiki that the person who used Enigma could become cowardly if his plan didn't work. So why doesn't it work in ABWR? Anyways, my second complaint is the flamethrower range. I think they should make the length of the fire longer. Not too long, that it can reach the entire map, but just buff the size a bit. Make the enemies a bit slower if they've been caught in it too. Not like an actual barrage, where they're stuck and can't escape, just a small slowdown. The scorpion move is pretty decent, but I wish you didn't jump while doing it. When compared to the other stands like Star Platinum in the world, this one has less range, and I'd rather prefer it lunging forward a bit instead, Similar to Dio Vampirism's Y move, the gun move is all around good. One complaint I have with it is that it has a range, but I'm guessing they can't make it have an infinite range since it's a hit-scan projectile. The major problem I have with Enigma is the Y move. The Shredder. It's a projectile, yet the only way I've managed to hit it is through extreme close-range interactions. If they wanted it to be a projectile, why not make it like Whitesnake's disc, where you throw it, and if it lands, it captures it? It acts too similar to Killer Queen's coin mine that nobody uses, which I don't like. The taxi is mostly fine, but I don't really see how I'd hit this move besides luck, someone glitched on the floor, or someone that has a bad reaction time. It's really just there to use in hopes that you'll get big damage. Anyways, that's mostly all my complaints. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more ABWR, and that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy, do it anyway, and I'll see you in the next video.